Eastern Sicily 7-day itinerary. Itinerary in Eastern Sicily from Catania. If you are thinking of a trip to Eastern Sicily, Catania is perfect as a starting city for a 7-day itinerary in this area. In this video you will find many tips on where to go and what to see in Eastern Sicily. I will also be telling you about the places of interest that should not be missed and the most beautiful places to see. This 7-day itinerary in Sicily is designed for those who want to organize a DIY tour by moving by public transport, but of course you can also hire a car. Hiring a car would definitely make the trip more comfortable because trains in Sicily are not very efficient. However, there is an extensive bus network which is more efficient. You can check the SICILYis website for timetables and details. I will leave a link in the description below for you to find it easily. The itineraries in Eastern Sicily usually involve the major cities of the late Sicilian Baroque, of which I will indicate the most interesting places to visit. To help you create your travel itinerary, I have included tips on how many days to dedicate to in each place. This is obviously an indication. You can choose to spend more time, and I will mention places that you might want to consider staying longer. Southeastern Sicily is the perfect destination to organize a trip yourself, even if you are a beginner. It is because it offers endless possibilities to personalize the journey, and because unfortunately there are no specific tourist guides, so that is why I decided to create this video for you, as it will surely help you organize your trip in Sicily. Catania, the city of the elephant. 2 days. Catania is the point of departure and arrival of this trip to Eastern Sicily. The airport is not far from the center, and from here you can start your journey either by car or by public transport. From here the connections to Catania and the major surrounding cities depart. The historic center of Catania is full of places of interest which you can easily reach on foot. You can start your visit from the magnificent Piazza del Duomo to admire the Baroque facades of the palaces and the Duomo and see the symbol of the city. The lava stone elephant that towers over the fountain in the center of the square is the symbol of Catania. Visit the Duomo and then continue towards the Pescheria, the oldest fish market in Catania, which takes place every morning except Sunday. Not far from the market, continue your visit with a walk in Via dei Crociferi. It is one of the most sumptuous streets in the center, and in my opinion it is beautiful at sunset. The warm light and oblique shadows make the facades of the buildings built on this street even more impressive, an uninterrupted succession of Baroque palaces and churches. Another place that I recommend you visit is the Benedictine Monastery of San Niccolò Lorena, an extraordinary monumental complex, now home to the University of Catania. I suggest you take a guided tour, by reservation, because the history of this amazing Baroque city is impressive. I regularly provide free walking tours of the city of Catania. I did my master's thesis about Sicilian Baroque architecture and love sharing my passion with travelers. Subscribe to my channel to be notified about upcoming walking tours around Sicily and other places around Italy and Malta. Among the other places not to be missed in Catania include the colorful market of Piazza Carlo Alberto, the Orsino Castle, the gardens of Villa Bellini, and the Bellini Theatre, named after the composer famous throughout Europe in the 19th century. Staying near Piazza Duomo or the university is ideal for visiting the city on foot. You will need at least 2 days to visit Catania. It is worth spending an extra day if you have more time. ACI Trezza, desire for the sea. 1 day optional. ACI Trezza is a beautiful seaside town on the Sicilian east coast. It is located along the Riviera dei Ciclopi, and here you can spend a few relaxing hours during your itinerary in Eastern Sicily. ACI Trezza and ACI Castello are very close to Catania, therefore easily reachable with bus. The Riviera dei Ciclopi, with its rocky coast drawn by the lava flows of Etna, is a very popular coast during summer. For those who will be traveling by car, this could be a half-day stop on your way to Taormina. SICILyi Trezza and SICILyi Castello have rocky beaches. You can dive and swim in deep water admiring the horizon line interrupted by the Faraglioni dei Ciclopi. A curiosity about the Faraglioni: it is said that these two basalt rocks were thrown into the sea by Polyphemus, who was furious after being blinded by Ulysses. Continuing north on our itinerary in eastern Sicily, we arrive in Taormina. Known since the 1960s because it was frequented by the movie stars signaturing the Dolce Vita, Taormina is one of the most stunning places in eastern Sicily. Among the most beautiful things to see in Taormina are undoubtedly the Greek Theatre, the beautiful Piazza 9th April, a large open space with a terrace overlooking the sea. Also take a walk to the gardens of the Villa Comunale, a large green area where you can cool off sitting on the benches and take a delicious artisanal ice cream. But the beauty of Taormina and all the small towns of eastern Sicily is wandering around the side streets, away from the flow of tourists, and observing colorful houses and terraces decorated with the Moors' heads, the typical ceramic vases in the shape of human heads. I have other videos in my channel about this, so check out my channel to watch more informative videos. How to get to Taormina. If you don't have a car, you can get to Taormina by bus, which will take you close to the center. Keep in mind that if you go by train, the stop is in Taormina Giardini, at the foot of the hill. To reach the center, you have to take a bus because it's a long hike uphill to get to Taormina. If you only want to visit the city center, one day is enough. If, on the other hand, you also want to go to the beach or take a trip to Etna, you will need at least 2 days. Here are some foods that you might want to try while in Sicily. Typical street food speciality in Catania is a panino with horse meat. Of course, this is not beef for everyone, and there are other specialities such as pasta alla norma you can try. This pasta dish is with tomato sauce, fried aubergines, grated ricotta, and basil. You should also try arancini, fried rice balls with different fillings. Close to Taormina there is a small hillside village called Castelmola. This is well worth a visit for its breathtaking views. If you go to Castelmola, pay a visit to Caffè Turrisi, a bar with very odd interior decor as you can see in this picture. Subscribe to my channel now, as I have several videos about Sicily that will be useful for you to plan your trip. Check out the video here for the second part of the itinerary. See you in my next video.